Are you aware that there's a porn industry in Nigeria where people pay to watch porn? So there's a particular website, I'm deliberately not going to mention the name, that you pay $10 a month. $10 a month, or an approximate of 3,595 naira a month to watch videos on porn, or porn videos for the month in Nigeria. Are you also aware that Nigerian actors, I don't mean Nollywood, I mean porn actors, are hosted on the largest porn website in the world? In Nigeria, for example, to participate in pornography or a pornographic video, here are the figures. So, just sex video, have sex, is 80,000 naira. So you have sex, but you're blindfolded or covered up, just like you're wearing a mask. You don't want to be seen. 80K, 80,000 is approximately roughly about $250. Then having sex and recording a porn video is 100,000 naira. In Nigeria presently, that is roughly about $280. The 150K gives you the platform to show your face if you really don't mind. So you record the video with your partner, your porn partner. The 150,000 you record, and then you really don't care about showing your face. If you show your face, it gives you 200,000 naira. 200,000 naira is roughly about something about $600. Really not up to, but something around that. Then 300,000 naira is porn video. You have great skills and you're fine. So with 300K, you will not only record, you will go live for the wrong reasons. People know you as a porn star, and then you would earn roughly about $650. So these guys are also hosted on the largest porn website. And for you, in fact, there's a major actress that got into the porn industry in Nigeria in 2013, and then the rumor is there's so many things said about it, but she has a video on the largest website, and then she earns between $50 to $20 per video. And then in February 2019, this particular lady became a verified actor on the largest website, porn website in the world. So I am deliberately not mentioning these names, but you can go on the trusted website called Google to check the data. So I brought you data from the US that we can look at, and then data from Nigeria. Now let's discuss what porn does to our brain, what it did to my brain, and what it does to all of us, and how we can get out of porn. So the first one is that porn afflicts you or gets you into that space where you would experience ADD, which is attention deficit disorder. Attention deficit disorder. So let's create an example. If you are hooked on porn, or you're used to consuming and watching pornography, the moment you are done, it's like a drug. The moment you are done and you are in a meeting or reading or trying to do something, for example, your brain just remembers the last time it was rewarded. Remember what I said about dopamine? It just remembers that, I can get some excitement and pleasure. And then you get distracted. And you're looking for the next available opportunity, the next available minute, the next available whatever. Some go to the bathroom or restrooms with their phones. Some write in the meetings. I've experienced some write at different worship centers, whether Christians or Muslims, write in church or at the mosque. They sit at the back and they are on. And so many things. It's not about the worship centers, it's about these individuals. The fact that they are addicted to something. So wherever they are. So I also saw a video of a gentleman last week that is what we call a taxi driver, what we now know as Uber and all those fantastic brands but the word there is taxi, so not necessarily either of them. And then he had a female passenger. I'm not sure what at that point, maybe I don't know. But the next thing, he brought out his private part and it was wanking right in front of her. She was so embarrassed, she couldn't wait to get down. Like she jetted out. It was wanking right there. And we see different scenarios. I've seen so many cases. I've seen one right on the plane. We're on board, and then this guy was frapping around, and all of a sudden he couldn't take it anymore. We could hear him moan, and then we had to, like, we all paid to be here, like, guy, So this is what porn addiction does. First thing is attention deficit disorder. You lose your capacity to concentrate on a particular thing because your reward center is reminding you that it deserves to be rewarded, and then it furnishes you with the different options and the different programs you have installed in your head. And porn, in fact, I know a particular guy who used to watch pornography 28 times a day. 28 times a day. So, like, what else does he do apart from watching porn? That's the thing. So ADD is there. Another thing that porn does to us is that it numbs our ability to feel real life intimacy. You begin to see human beings as objects. Any wonder everywhere women are objectified. You want to sell anything from your what you call toothpaste to food, whatever, sexualized. There's hardly any song that the word sex and women, booty, ass licking is not there. So you see a particular lady and all you reduce her to is a hole to be penetrated, not somebody to be respected. And now at this point, even children are going through that because we've rewired our brains not to see a child as a child, but to see a child as a whole. So every time we see a girl, we sexualize them, and then guys are beginning to say, oh, dress up for your 5 or 6 year olds because we're going to have an erection. Whether you like it or not, that child is not the problem. You and I are the problem. Adults are the problem. Kids and children are the solution in this world. So it reduces the intimacy and the romantic feelings we have towards other people. We begin to like what is not real. We begin to like the unreal. We imagine. And the truth about sex, about porn, is nobody has sex like that. Ask people who are sexually active. Nobody gets into this whatever that it takes like 20 minutes to first of all seduce each other, do foreplay. Let's be very real. You and I know that we are watching a movie, and these guys get paid and they leave. And the moment they leave, your conscience is bound and you are tied to it. So they are gone, dealing with themselves also, because I have several videos where ex-porn stars are saying that, you know what, number one, I was trafficked into this thing. I didn't even want to get on board initially. I was trafficked into it, and even when I wanted to leave, they didn't want me to leave. They wanted me to do this, do that. Some of them, not only do they have diseases right about now, they're going through therapy. If you watch all of these things, they are trying to get back into the world again and trying to be a part of the society, because a good number of them have lost their essence. They've lost touch with their soul. They don't know who they are anymore. They played several roles to the point where they have an identity crisis. So that's the second thing. The third thing porn does is social anxiety. Going out is a chore. Mixing with human beings, real life authenticity, social intelligence, social connection is a chore. Finally, of course, guilt and shame leads to depression. So these are flavors of what you and I go through watching porn. It rewires our brain. I will continue on the fourth module where, beyond discussing porn, I will begin to give us solutions and practicals of how I was able to get out of porn. Thank you.